What's good? What's good? What's good? Beautiful people. It's your main man, Big G, and I'm coming at you all the way live. I'm in your space, I'm in your face, and I'm blessed to be here on this wonderful day, beautiful day, here in the great state of You're on the Primetime Network, and you are tuned into Industry Talk. I am your host, Big G. Live is We've been rocking and rolling. The conversation is coming as it's going to come. How's everyone doing? Hit the notifications, hit your desktop, hit your PDAs, hit your face and fix some more. Back, relax. You want some popcorn, eat dinner, on a margarita, my towel, even a bottle of water. My kid water. Everything that we're going to be talking about today. I want you to join the conversation. Let me know where you're chiming in from. I definitely want to know. It's exciting to find out where people from all over the world are tapping in from, paying attention to the conversation. Welcome. Good. Take this funky journey with me. Let's have a great time today, ladies and gentlemen. Let's have a great time today. Now, as we move forward, let me make sure that all of my proverbial ducks are in a row. I want to make sure that you guys are seeing me crystal clear across all of these social media platforms. You know, I really can't check them until after I go live. You know, I know what I should do, and I should get a multi-screen device and have all of them up at one time. I know how I can streamline that whole process. I really do. But I'm subject to dealing with it how I deal with it right now, in the moment, in the heat of the moment. I told you that my system crashed the other day and I had to get everything back in working order. I did. I told you guys that. And in the midst of doing all of that, you know, I stumbled upon something. I stumbled upon what some would call or consider what man would call or consider a godsend. Yes, that's right. That's right. But before I really get into the nuts and bolts of this conversation with you guys today, ladies and gentlemen, let me do a little house cleaning first. All right, let me do that. Let me see, because I don't want to break the conversation. Right? I want to get into it. I want to hit it. I want to get it. I want engagement. I want you guys to talk to me through this whole thing because I have to know. It's about discoverability. It's about when your mind and your brain and your actions do things so phenomenal. What's the best choice? What's the best thing to do? But as you guys are biting into that, because I know you're going to have your own thoughts in terms of what you think I'm thinking about, but it's not what you think that I'm thinking about because I'm thinking about what I'm thinking about. So you think about what you're thinking about and let me think what I'm thinking about, and we'll be thinking together. You understand? About something, and maybe we'll figure some shit out. How about that? But I'm just letting you know I'm thinking. Don't play with me today, people. My thoughts are my thoughts. My thoughts are my own. And if I think, well, then guess what? Therefore, I am. Very powerful statement. I am, ladies and gentlemen. That's all that it takes for an individual to know that I am. Let me get back to it. Big shout out to the Butterfly Collection, a major sponsor of the Industry Talk Network. Um, Make sure you guys get these collections for your nieces, nephews, and if you know anyone in the school districts or the libraries that would be interested in having these books in their locations for distribution or for retail, um, hit Angel up. Today's episode of Industry Talk is proudly sponsored by the Butterfly Collection. That's right, the Butterfly Collection is here. Gentle stories, big lessons, bright imagination. Books are available at Amazon, Barnes & Nobles, Ingram Spark by author Angel Williams. These books are perfect for pre-K programs, kindergarten classrooms, elementary schools, classroom libraries, bedtime reading, and SEL programs. Be sure to get your copy today. Be sure to get your copies today. Man, that voice sounds so familiar. Boy, that voice sounds familiar. We'll have to do some investigating into who that is. And if you have not, ladies and gentlemen, subscribe to Boss Talk Podcast 101, Boss Talk Podcast 101 Primetime, Inside Speaks, The Cloud Chronicles, Jarrell Braswell, Coach Malachi with True Media Marketing and Promotions. Man, what you waiting for? Stop what you're doing right now and go subscribe to Boss Talk Podcast 101 Primetime on YouTube, all social media platforms. Boss Talk Podcast 101 Primetime. Like, share, subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to make sure you tap in. Right now, over 72,000 subscribers and well over 11 million views and watch time hours. So make sure that you continue to support, like, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend, and keep tapping in with us because we're going to keep on bringing you this hot content every day and in every way. It's your main man, Big G. And make sure, like I said, stop what you're doing right now and tap in. Like, share, subscribe. Boss Talk Podcast 101 Primetime. Yeah. The thing about it, when you just keep on grinding and you stay consistent and you have a game plan, you have an idea of what it is that you're wanting to do, a true idea of what it is that you wanted to do, and you work with intent. The strange thing about it is, you know, and I'm sure you guys know this, you can't eat the whole elephant at one time. You could try, you could try, but you know, if you want to consume it, you gotta bits and pieces and chew it down to where it's pulp, ingest it, and then let it do its job. Let it do its job. That's the only way that I could, on a third grade level, break it down. Because sometimes we we don't even see the entire picture. We only see a part, one little small compartmentalized part of the picture, because we're like this, working nose to the grindstone, right? Which there's nothing wrong with that. There comes a time for that, but you also have to take a step back and take a real, true breath of fresh air, and then observe and see what needs to take place, why it needs to take place, why some functions aren't working the way that they're supposed to work. You do system checks, redundant system checks, over and over and over and over again, to make sure that what you have in place, the streamlined effort of what you have in place, works. Right? I'm not trying to preach to you, not even trying to teach you anything. I'm just giving you the working order of what I do and how I do and approach, and get things done. Um, a very scientific methodology. Uh, okay, let's see if I look at the database. Okay, good. So, as oh, y'all almost caught me. I was about to. Whew, all right. Um, Big shout out to my brother ECEO and the official Miss Jamaica. They're down in Hawaii right now, my old stomping grounds. So, if in fact you guys get down there and want to give me a call to hook up with some of my old friends, family, and find out some of the best things to do while you're down there, some of the hot food trucks to hit, and the great um, Jen's barbecue, Korean barbecue spots to run up into, let me know. But at the same time, this is for my people.
It's about that time. We decided we were going to do something a little bit different today, add some different elements to what we already do. It's going down, man. Trying to figure out ways to break the algorithm, man. Make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe to all our channels, all our different platforms. Boss Talk 101, Boss Talk 101 Prime Time. It's crazy. We got to get it done, though. Boss Talk 101, where the boss is talk.
Where the bosses talk, man. Look here. If you didn't catch this morning's show with Jonathan Shaw, Jay Shaw, Inside Speaks, military veterans point of view, um, then you're missing out. You're really missing out. You need to tap in. You need to tap in with Jay Shaw. You need to um, um, get a true grasp of um, real life individuals taking the bull by the horns and making fine wine out of spoiled grapes. Why do I say this? Because it's entertaining, it's educational, it's motivational, and it stands to reason that it has purpose. Not only that, he is what one would consider your modern day Huxtable family. Now, don't sit there and say that I called my good man Bill Cosby. I did not, people. I did not say that. Mm-mm. I said modern day Huxtable family. Two-parent household, great kids. Everybody in the house is grinding, doing their thing. You see ingenuity, you see continuity, you see camaraderie, you see family, you see what he wants you to see. But what is seen is spectacular because it's family. I'm just leave it at that. If you want more insights, you want more of what is, you got to tap in with Jay Shaw, Jonathan Shaw. Inside Speaks, military veterans point of view. 10 o'clock in the morning, Central Standard Time, on all social media platforms. But make sure you go subscribe to his YouTube page. Go subscribe. Definitely go subscribe.
No, this is not a dream. You're in the world of Inside Speaks. We're inspiring you to find happiness in your world. Guess what? We outside with it. We like to hammock camp, bike, as well as ruck. That's right. I'm an Army veteran. I served 2 tours, man, with some great individuals, man. We had our ups, we had our downs, just like you go through in life. But I tell you what, I'm going to share some of them stories with you on this channel.
And share them stories he does, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, indeed. A little heated, got heated, a little heated under the collar, upset about nothing really but himself. But it's good to see individuals actually walk through the intervals of self-actualization. Y'all didn't know I could use big motherfucking words like that, did you? I ain't the only Esquire around this mob. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, back to it. It's good to see the exchange and how people process different things. Whether you're ready to snap, whether you're ready to, anybody could get it. You know what I'm saying? You got to be careful of individuals who walk around with envelope openers. You got to be careful around folks like that, especially when they're a little high strung and anything could possibly happen. I'm just, and his neighbors, just little old lady. Ain't nobody, no man, no harm, no foul. Just trying to say hello, and you ready to hit the motherfucker over the head with the garbage can. But that's okay. That's okay. Because things happen in life, make you want to, or could push you to the point. Could push you to the point. But at the same time, the funny thing is, when you're offered an opportunity, for assistance, when it comes to this college thing. And congratulations, by the way, to Mr. Jonathan Shaw, who has decided at the ripe old age of however old he is. I don't sit there and divulge people's age. He an old motherfucker. But anyway, when you 40 plus, you know what I'm saying? But congratulations nonetheless, because hey, you're never too late to learn and go excel, to level up, to elevate. But that doesn't mean that your friends can't poke the bear and clown you for your decisions. No, because you wanting to step into the world of individuals that are tech savvy and between the ages of 18, 25, possibly 30. The communication, the language, the lingo, the everything is different, whether it's through this virtual landscape or on campus. And definitely if it's on this digital landscape, oh my gosh. Yeah. 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 You talk about a syllabus. Well, obviously you ain't read the motherfucking syllabus. And I'm sure Angel was just sitting there just shaking her head. Like, damn it, boy. If you would just listen. But I agree with y'all, much like many of us. I don't need no goddamn help. I got it. Shit. I was doing this shit before shit was getting to doing. You heard him the other day. He is Himothy. I like that one. But anyway, let me get back to what I'm talking about. Congratulations, my brother. Keep grinding, keep striving, keep fighting with that computer, and keep learning. That's the only way it's going to happen. Take notes. I mean, notes, even when it's not time to take notes. I mean, even when shit is due next week. Study, my friend. Be vigilant. Be persistent. Be obsessive, even when you study the wrong shit. Hey. Be the book. That's right. But you can look at it this way. You're just one step ahead of all of those students who are wanting to stay behind, because you, my friend, you want to be at the front of the class. Yes. Yes. I don't think low grades are going to help you, but you want to be at the front of the class. And that, my friend, is where you shall be. Yeah. Yeah. That's right. That's right. If I were you, I would talk to my kids first whenever it comes to, hey, how does this shit work? Technically on this computer. Yeah. 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 They're not giving you a cheat sheet anymore, my friend. No longer Scantron capability. This is straight biometric, thumbprint, talk to the screen, all kinds of stuff that you have to deal with in this present age of education. And you're not even talking to a teacher. You're probably talking to an AI assistant. I have no clue. I'm just saying. Oh man, I've been taken off the beaten path. I need to get back on track, ladies and gentlemen. But if you have not tapped in with Inside Speaks, those are just some of the lightweight, entertaining moments that you will definitely come across. And some very educational, believe me, some gems, some jewels, some awesome stuff. Promotional when it comes to promotions with Quest, promotions, Semi-Quest, and the whole network. Phenomenal. And make sure y'all go tap in with Semi-Quest. I think they got an event coming up. Wet 26 or Wet 16 or somebody getting wet. They got some foam action going on. Like I say, I'm tempted to go get wet, ladies and gentlemen. I'm tempted to go get wet. But I think me and my wife would shut the party down coming in there in our bathing suits. I think we would shut the fucking party down. Yeah. And my rubber ducky. My snorkel and my goggles. I'm not playing. Just fucking flip flop. I'm not coming in a 3-piece suit. They say suds. How do you negotiate suds? You gotta be ready to see underwater. I can't get shit in my eyes. I'm halfway blind now. I got to be able to see clear. I can see clearly now. The suds are gone. If you're not in the space, in the place, ready to goddamn get suds in your face, then don't bring your ass. Shit. They gonna have Dawn soap splashed and sprinkled everywhere. They thought Diddy was doing it bad. I could already see this shit unraveling right now before my very eyes. I think I'm coming to the party, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, man. I ain't even talking about what I was supposed to be talking about. Y'all got me talking about slipping and sliding and suds and... Yeah. If you're married, gentlemen, don't go. If you don't have a good relationship with your, don't go to no shit like this. I'm telling you, don't do it. Yeah, baby, it's gonna be cool. Everything gonna be all right. We're gonna get over there and I'm just gonna be taking pictures and shit. I can already hear the conversation. Oh, you gonna get your ass beat. Man, if you're married, don't go to the party. You better go single. You better break up with that motherfucker first. I don't care what you do. Don't bring your ass to that party. Yeah. Yeah. All right. But it's going down. It's going down. Had to make mention to that. So what becomes your responsibility to humanity when you know you have designed something that can impact the world? You see, there comes a moment in every creator's life when the question is no longer, can I build it? Say, no, well, that's not the question. Definitely can build it. The question becomes, what is my responsibility now that I have? History has never been changed by people who simply had ideas. History has been shaped by people who accepted the responsibility that came with those ideas. When you create something capable of changing lives, strengthening communities, creating opportunities, educating minds, healing hearts, or advancing civilization, your responsibility becomes much greater than just the ownership because you've created it. You become a steward of influence. Don't just hear the words, ladies and gentlemen. Let it resonate. Let it soak in. Because I'm going to round this thing up to something to make you truly understand where I'm going with what I'm talking about today. The world doesn't simply need more technology. It needs technology with purpose. The world doesn't simply need more business. It needs businesses with integrity. The world doesn't simply need more content. It needs content that elevates humanity instead of dividing it. Now, I say that with a grain of salt, because there's a fine line between entertainment and taking it too far, or what but I still am a stickler and a believer of your First Amendment right. So don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to tread on that ground. Every invention carries consequences. Every innovation leaves a footprint. Every decision either builds a better future or creates another obstacle for the next generation to overcome. All too often, we say, hey, that's not our problem. I'll be long gone, and then motherfuckers behind me gonna have to figure that shit out. That's why responsibility matters. When you know your work has the potential to transform lives, you can no longer think only about profits. I'll be damned. Uh, you can no longer think only about profits, ladies and gentlemen. You must think about people. You must ask yourself who benefits, who is protected, who gains access to opportunities they never had before. How does this make the world better? Because real legacy isn't measured by how much money you accumulate. I agree to that. I definitely agree to that. It's measured by how many lives become better because you existed. Now, I don't live my life along the lines of me trying to or attempting to make anyone else's life better. No, no. I'm only working to define, refine, and elevate my life and work these things out so that I become better day in and day out. If I look at yesterday and I have not improved, well, I've made a mistake somewhere along the way. I'm working to improve me. Some of the greatest minds in history understood that true innovation wasn't about personal recognition. I can agree to that. It was about leaving humanity in a stronger position than they found it. Yes. And a lot of times, those same discoveries laid waste and destruction to other civilizations. Yeah. Don't believe me? Ask Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Nobody told them to send kamikazes to Pearl Harbor, but hey, action, reaction. That's the challenge before every entrepreneur, every engineer, artist, educator, policymaker, or creator. If you've been entrusted with the ability to solve problems that others cannot, then you've also been entrusted with the responsibility to serve people beyond yourself. Success without purpose becomes self-indulgence. Innovation without ethics becomes dangerous. Power without accountability becomes destructive. But purpose combined with vision, discipline, integrity, and compassion becomes one of the greatest forces for good the world has ever known. So tonight we're asking a question that every innovator, every business owner, every inventor, every leader, and every dreamer should wrestle with. When you know you've created something capable of impacting the world, what becomes your responsibility to humanity. Yeah. So let's have this conversation, ladies and gentlemen. Let's talk about it. Let's dig off into it, and let's see where it takes us along this journey. I'm looking for the insight. I'm looking for the conversation. I am going to the chat lines and the messages now. Ladies and gentlemen, I need some input. I need conversation. I need y'all to talk to me. Let's see. Let's see. Don't mind me. I'm just looking through Twitch and Kick and LinkedIn, and I'm making sure, I observe the boundaries of involving everyone. The great unifier, not the great divider. I like to multiply. I don't like to divide. Yeah. If y'all get on this thing and listen to me and don't know the satire, if you don't understand the satirical approaches that I take, if you don't understand that I am a consummate comedian, but I can't tell a fucking joke to save my life, JB will tell you. But I still understand how it works because I am a connoisseur of comedy. And my social commentary, ladies and gentlemen, is such that when I say what I say, if you take what I say the wrong way, then you need to go do some self-evaluation, because everything that I talk about is real, is funny, but it's real. And I'm not trying to be funny, but it's funny. You understand? Maybe you don't, because I don't even fucking understand, but we're going to keep on going. Shit. Trying to explain to y'all motherfuckers what I'm trying to goddamn get across. Look, let's get back to it. Let's see. Depending on the mindset, people will choose what's best for them. Yeah, you're right. They will. Good, bad, ugly. People make bad decisions thinking that they've made great decisions, only to find out later that they've made horrible decisions and still think that they made good decisions. What is that called? I have no clue, but still it's a decision made nonetheless. All right. Let me see if I gotta send something to myself. Yeah, give me just a moment, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see if I can send something to myself. Do I have this file? I've been working on some things, and I've been enjoying what I'm working on, simply because I enjoy working, right? I'm not letting the cat out of the bag because, I've had this system in place for some time. I just never really implemented. Like I said, when it comes to, hey, baby, my wife is online. How you doing, love? I'm glad you made it down to the coast. Down there having a good time on the Golden Gulf Coast, visiting family and friends. Love you. Big shout outs to you. And have a great time. Get home safe. Let's see. I can't find my email. Oh, there it is. I'm trying to send myself an email so I can pull something up. I'll send it to that address. And copy that link. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. Now back to action. Lights, camera, action, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all know pull these comments back up so I can see these comments. Like we gotta. Okay. All right. I gotta act right now. My wife is online now. I gotta act right. I gotta act like I got some sense, people. Federal, what's going on? Paper Williams, my brother Paperweight. That's another awesome podcast, ladies and gentlemen. You have to tap into Mr. Fortified Jason Forte. What's going on, my brother? Welcome to the live. You get opportunity. Federal Nightmares. Paper Williams, another awesome podcast outlet and affiliate coming out of the Arkansas area. I think Paper might be living in Dallas, Texas now. He moves around so much, but he's affiliated with Boosie Badass, and he's moving around with him on a regular and consistent basis. If you need to book Boosie, get in contact with Paper Williams. He can make that happen for you. Back to it. Welcome, everybody who has joined the party. Okay. Let's see if I can pop that open over here. Yeah. Okay. Different screen. All right. I like it. Some things happen the way they're supposed to happen. All right. Depending on the screen. I'm not stalling y'all. I'm not holding y'all up. If you gotta go, you gotta go. You know what I'm saying? This is important. Muy importante. Ladies and gentlemen. Jeez. My good friend was having problems with Japanese earlier today. He could have called. I could have assisted. I could have alley-oop. But if you don't talk about what you do, what you know, how would your friends even know? I don't know if he's taking Japanese class or if it was just a word that had a meaning. But if I were you, I would take Japanese or Chinese or a different language or Spanish or French. Broaden your horizon. Expand your neurological senses that are popping in your head. Yeah, tap into that. But you could have called me. Yes, indeed. Now, I'm going to share my screen here, right? I'm going to share my screen. Oh, man. That ain't no damn Japanese. Man, that ain't Japanese. That's nigganese. I know I got an idiot on my hands. Come on, man. That's an acronym. Come on, man. No damn Japanese. You start hearing stuff like Nihongo desu ka? You know, the AI, ka. Wakarimashita ka? Sumimasen. Yes, definitely teach them kids Russian. That is awesome. I need to learn me some Russian so I can know what these fuckers be talking about when I be around them. Vladimir and Khrushchev and old Putin. Old fighting ass nigga. I need to know. Let me get back to the script. Let me share this screen so I can show y'all something. And I want y'all to let me know if it piques your interest. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Let me see. Straight from Mission Control, ladies and gentlemen. Straight from Mission Control. Right. Let it dominate the screen. Mm-hmm. So I want you guys to see this. Right. I don't know if you guys can see it clearly, so let me go to another screen so I can see that it's being displayed clearly, because I do not want you not to see what I am displaying to you all. I've been working on my voice inflections, ladies and gentlemen. You know, I've ain't that so? Why I gotta be on? Ain't you in Budapest? Don't you? Why is you worried about what we doing over here in the States, Miss Kiara Isham Smith? You in Budapest right now. How are you even up paying attention to what's going on? You supposed to see, you didn't even put in where you was at. I say everybody chime in where you're tapping in from, and you didn't even tell folks that you over there in Budapest right now. Worried about I'm on some shit. So what? I'm high on life, and life is high on me. Hallelujah, hallelujah. We gonna see the King. Yes, I was the lead. Well, I used to want to lead in the choir, but Kiara was the lead. She was one of them. Oh, sorry, I couldn't sing. Word for flip flon, flip flon. Anyway, let me get back to the business at hand. Mission Control. I need to see if this visual is correct on your screen. Let me get to a screen that's not blurry, because all these other screens are blurry for some reason. There we go. Okay, and if you guys can see this, then you can definitely tell. I wonder if I made this the whole screen. You can definitely tell that I am an Inside Speaks advocate, right? This is a media resource kit. I don't really like to call them kits, but it's media resource information about Jonathan Shaw and individuals that are on our broadcast. We like to promote and push our family. So you'll start seeing different information coming out about everyone um, that is locked into our network. They have portal access to update information, track what's going on with their content. Everything is in place, but also on our end, the data that they input, we can produce different deliverables to assist in promoting um, our artists, our clients, and consumers, streamlining business when it comes to marketing and promoting. So I want you guys to have a clear understanding that when you create something that is there to contribute, right? That is there to contribute, that is there to assist, um, and be a part of what helps grow an organization, to help grow the look, the feel, and the dynamic continuity and fluidity of an organization, an individual, or business, then yes, do you keep that away from humanity? Because the tools that we create and the problems that we assist in resolving aren't just for the people that we do business with. No, these things, these concepts are for anyone that has an idea and needs to know how to resolve or bring it to life. I like that orange shot or the grapefruit shot. Look at the big man. Okay. So it gives you your whole breakdown in terms of your followers, your analytics. These are data points that I need to build what we build to help produce output that we can put in someone's hand along with other deliverables, but conceptually, hey, look, this is who you're dealing with. This is how he's connected, where he's connected, why he's connected. Social media reach, which really is just a part of the promotional tool. The video assets that are in place. Oh, y'all didn't know that, my bad, my bad. These are shows, these are active shows now. These are things that are out on our network. I forgot didn't I tell y'all that we have our own television station? I know I told y'all we have a television station. I had to have told you we have a television station. So I'm just trying to show you that it's real life. See if I can get this thing to preview the way I want it to preview.
No, this is not a dream. You're in the world of Inside Speaks. We're inspiring you to find happiness in your world. Guess what? We outside with it. We like to hammock camp, bike, as well as rook. That's right. I'm an Army veteran. I served 2 tours. Man.
So what I'm showing you, ladies and gentlemen, what I'm showing you is a human resource kit or a human resource EPK, an electronic press kit, as they call them, right? But it goes so much further than that because this thing evolves. This thing doesn't terminate. It evolves with every waking moment of what the client does. Oh, you want to check them out on Instagram? Okay. We know inside. we know inside. It's going to take you there. I'm just telling you that the sky's the limit in terms of how it goes. And you're not going to see that other screen because it's not what you call it. It's not the shared screen, right? It's not the shared screen. But all of the hypertext links take you where they need to go. It gives you everything that you need to know about the individuals. So you'll start seeing this stuff pop up. Our promotional materials and things of that nature, simply because, hey man, we believe in our people. And we want to show our people, and this system's been in place for a long time. I developed this a long time ago. Our artist database is, I don't want to say it's full of people, but it's full of enough people to be able to produce data and make folks understand that we know how to disseminate this data better than anyone else. We know how to propagate this data, our databases. This is our database. Yes. So if I punch it in, it's going to retrieve it from ISRC codes and royalty data, you name it, it's going to retrieve it, and it's trackable. So let me take a break for a second and put this in there. A quick minute of motivation. Stop waiting for the perfect moment. The perfect moment doesn't exist. What exists is this moment. Every successful person you admire started before they felt completely ready. They faced uncertainty, they faced fear, setbacks, and criticism, but they kept moving. Progress isn't built on perfection. It's built on consistency. Today, make one decision that your future self will thank you for later. Make the call, send the email, start the business, write the first page, take the first steps. Remember, small actions repeated every day create extraordinary results over time. Your dream doesn't need another excuse. It needs your commitment. Believe in your vision, trust the process, and refuse to quit. Because the life you've been praying for is waiting on the other side of the work you're willing to do today. It's just a reminder. Keep showing up, keep believing, keep building, keep breaking through. Maybe one more step. Maybe one more step. That's all it's going to take. Big shout out to Tisha Lee, realtor with H.L. Raymond Properties. Today's conversation on Industry Talk is being brought to you by our platinum sponsor, Tisha's Signature House Blend Seasonal. When you're preparing yourself something to eat, be sure to season your meats with Tisha's Signature House Blend Seasonal. Yep. Ladies and gentlemen, let me get to the comments and the questions in the peanut gallery out here, because we got some comedians in the conversation today. Let me see what everybody got to say. Let me see. Any questions? Any comments? Any concerns? More like Jesus. Yep, like I said, I can't get my flowers. And it's funny that you said that, Angel. Yes, I did. Yes, I can agree. I did get my Jesus voice on. You are right. My Morgan Freeman voice. Yes. But if you ask Miss Kiara who is on the church wall at St. Rose and which position is he holding in the church? Ask her that. I'm not even gonna make reference to nothing else because I don't even like to talk about it. But at the same time, yay, I've been ordained and blessed since I was a kid. Man, stop, 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 stop. I don't mean I don't make mistakes, but still, been, yeah, mm, yeah. Let's see here. Um, Jay Shaw, how does that press kit look, man? How does that EPK? I want your opinion. I want your input because that's your information. How does that thing look to you, man? When you opened it up, were you surprised? You're like, damn, how the hell does this happen? How? You punch in some information, and the next thing you know, an entire dossier ready for packaging and marketing to promote you and what it is that you do and how to get in contact with you, your reach, the gender break, male to female count. Come on, man. Now the analytics get a little bit deeper and thicker than that, but at the same time, we don't have to show them all of that. We just got to show them what they need to see to know that, hey, man, yo, hey, Jay Shaw's not playing. They are not playing. Well, you know what? I did have a whole list of things I was going to sit here and talk to you guys about, but I've been yipping and yapping for an hour and I didn't even know. I promise you, I didn't even know, right? I didn't know. It might be a little loud for y'all. I didn't know. So the question is, should what you design be offered to the world? And the impact of what it is that you create. Are you ready for what's going to happen when it is delivered to the world? My answer is yes, because I know that the product that I've produced, it eliminates all of the bullshit that artists go through just to get what I can produce for you at the click of a button. You update, input some information, and our label can produce whatever it is, whatever kind of deliverable you need for your catalog, building your repertoire. I'm talking about everything from, and that's just on the record label side. We're not even talking about on the publishing side with books. We're just talking about me, because I deal with artists on a regular. I deal with comedians. I deal with singers. So come on, man. Come on. Record labels don't want this in your hand. Distribution. publication, artist registry, making sure that you signed up with all of the right organizations, from the MLC, the RIAA, you name it, C-SWAT, you name it, every organization. Make sure that your copyrights are in place. Give you the walkthrough. Educate you on what it is that you need to know, how you need to go about doing it, and doing it the right way before you even press the button to say, hey, man, let's talk about doing some business. Getting your business shit in order first, right? Upload assets, upload data, upload video content, upload your biography. And the next thing you know, you have something phenomenal produced. Tracks your catalog as an artist, right? Your residuals, if it's a movie, your royalties, if it's a sound recording. Don't play with me when it comes to this, man, because this is how you carve out your career as an artist, and I'm giving it to you to utilize. Oh, it ain't free. It's not free. It's licensed, of course. I mean, if you can subscribe to Netflix and pay Netflix whatever you pay Netflix every month, right? I'm just showing you as an artist, as an independent artist, a tool that can take you to the next level overnight. And this isn't a get rich quick scheme. This isn't a scheme at all. This is something that has accounting embedded into it, tracking every last one of your assets in terms of your intellectual property. That's what I consider a commodity, your assets, from your digital footprints and impressions that you make throughout the landscape within the ecosystem. And when I say ecosystem, I'm talking about everything and everywhere, because that's where our hydra goes. Our tentacles go everywhere. Before you even attempt to press the button to upload your information to a DSP, a digital service provider. Major labels don't want you to have this tool. Just imagine sending your masked link out in bulk through our platform to every DJ, every radio station, every. And it gains traction, because everything that you need to put into that human resource, that digital resource that we create, is everything that they're asking for and looking for. And you can update it and manipulate it to feed the needs of the people and what they're asking for. Got to keep shoving processing down your throat. No, I'm going to give you what it is that we have, and it's updatable. You never know. You might see something different on there tomorrow. That's just how fly we are. I'm just confident about knowing what I can do with a computer and programming. So do I deliver this to the rest of the world? Do I give this to the world, ladies and gentlemen? It says Freos, Freos. That is the Freeway Records Enterprise Operating System, for those that don't know. I've always talked to you guys about owning your own platforms. I've just divulged to you, just like many other entities that are out there that have ownership of their labels and true control of their labels, ownership in how you own what it is that you disseminate out to the world. It's coming from our servers before it goes to anyone else. Now, yes, I'm reusing data because I said I'm populating our system. Remember, I told you 5 years ago I built the television station. I had a radio station too. I just hadn't activated that back up again. But the television station just didn't have the content. Now, fast forward to now, we have content. We have cohorts and collaborative efforts that are saying, yes, we want to be a part of building this network. So if you think that you found someone or something out here that can match what it is that we do, I don't take challenges well, because I know there ain't nobody out there that can beat me. But sometimes you just have to participate in the game just to show folks that I need to be fucked with. Definitely unfuckwittable. Okay, whatever level you want to take it. And the people that I am associated with, these individuals are just goddamn astronomical, intellectual, just their capacity to take things above and beyond are just unspeakable. Because you wouldn't believe it if you didn't see it. If you didn't see it every day, you wouldn't believe it. You go from, hey, I want to print a book. I got a book. I got ideas. And I don't just have one book. I got a series of books. But I don't want to fuck with it. You don't want to fuck with it. Those weren't. I'm exaggerating because the people I'm talking about don't even cuss. But, you know, I'm using expletives because that's how I hear it processed in my brain. How about that? And go from there to production to assembly to in your face. These people are just phenomenal, man. Didn't I just tell you that Kiara's in Budapest? I don't know if she's still in Budapest. She's in fucking Budapest. I told you I don't eat Indian food. I told y'all I don't eat Indian food, and come to find out my auntie's in Budapest. Cleanliness is next to godliness. I'm not going to go down that road. But hey, Budapest it is. That's where the work is. That's where the work is. That's where the fun and folly and the... In Budapest it is. So, should we offer it to the world? Yes, we're going to offer it to the world. Yes. And I did say earlier when I was talking that profits shouldn't matter. You're right. But I'm not that person. I'm not. I'm not. I'm not. I do believe in capitalism. I am not of the thought that the communistic regime is the better way to live. Although, hey, if it works for them, it works for them. I'm sure you could go along and get along in any country that you're in. But I live in America, where capitalism, it rules the day. So I will act in accordance and definitely use the approach to practice my God-given rights to pursue what? Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. And if financial gain is a part of the happiness, individual artists can sign on for $4.99. Labels, you can get the hot package for the $1,500, and I'll give you full licensing. I'll show you how to implement it onto your own system, connect it to your database. If you don't have a database, I will charge you extra to help you set up your own database, your cloud-based systems. Make sure that everything is communicating and send you on your merry way. No, I don't do tech support. That's not my job. But I will be with you for the lifelong of the project and the work that you create. I'll be here with you. I will not leave you hanging, ladies and gentlemen, because I am not tech support. I am a human resource that, once again, you can't live without. So I'm embedding myself into the workflow of what it is that you need whenever you need it. It's called job security, ladies and gentlemen. Job security. Because I know for a fact you're not going to be able to figure it out. If you don't have any programming skills and you're used to talking to a chat or something, if you don't know anything about Pascal, if you don't know anything about C, C++, Unix, Fortran, Python, if you don't know any of these programming languages, that's cool. I'm glad you don't. I'm not telling you not to go learn them. What I am saying is that, hey, like the other day, what I've learned over the years and paid for in education and I'm applying now, don't get mad at me because I'm charging you for the knowledge that I have. You can't pay me for my time. You're paying me for the knowledge that I bestow, that I have, that I can sit there and bless you with. And so a lot of times you have to show folks what it is that you do and your capabilities. That's why this channel was produced. That's why the connections were made with Boss Talk Podcast 101, Boss Talk Podcast 101 Primetime. That's where the whole concept developed with creating the television network, the whole broadcast scheme of things, and how do you make it all run? How do you connect it all? And at the same time, be a pipeline for recording artists that are under our umbrella with Freeway Records. Unfuckwittable, ladies and gentlemen. I challenge you to prove me wrong. History remembers people who solved problems for humanity, not simply those who accumulated wealth. Well, you're going to remember me for both, I can assure you. The greatest innovations don't just change industries, they change lives. The greatest businesses don't simply generate revenue, they create opportunity. Yes, that is true. And that is exactly what we are doing, creating opportunity. The greatest leaders don't ask, what can I gain? They ask, what can I leave behind? Perhaps that's the real measure of success. When your work has the power to impact the world, your responsibility is no longer just to your company, your shareholders, or your customers. Your responsibility becomes humanity itself, ladies and gentlemen. But you can best believe along the way, my shareholders and affiliates and individuals that are locked in with what we got going on are going to prosper, ladies and gentlemen. It's inevitable. It's inevitable. And so I appreciate all of you for joining. Lucky Balls joined the party. Welcome to the party, Lucky Balls. Welcome to the party. Thank you all for sitting back and being entertained with my shenanigans and antics in conversation. It's been a great show, very enjoyable show. Have a wonderful weekend. I am roughing it tonight. My wife is visiting family down on the Golden Gulf Coast, so I might be eating rabbit food tonight. I think I got some lettuce in the refrigerator. I can make me a salad or something. Shit. Anyway, you probably gonna be seeing me live again all through the day, all through the night. So, yeah, I'm home alone. So I have nothing to do but program and work. So you're going to see me probably around the clock today. Thank you, everyone, for joining and having a good time with us. And as always, beautiful people, y'all know it's about health, wealth, and wellness. Stay dangerous. Need a host, feature, headliner, or motivational speaker who delivers every time? Book comedian Jarrell Braswell, bringing high energy comedy and unforgettable performances to every stage he touches. Catch him while you can. Visit jbcomedy.com and secure your date today. Calendar is filling fast. Put Jarrell Braswell. No.
Warm y'all ass. Come up, blooded. They called you J.B. Coming out.
Coming to the stage, Division J.B.
For real, man, I tried they older women. Them cougars, they fucking it up. They doing what young women doing. Cougars popping, mollies. They getting BBLs, all that shit. One cougar I was fucking with had a BBL. She was shaped like a silver bite gorilla. For real. Had another one I was fucking with. That bitch was shaped like Shamar.